Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of my Sunderland Career Mode. Today this is episode 10, and this finally, well, we're in the January transfer window at last. You guys have been recommending me players to sign, so let's get straight into it. So here we get offers for Jermaine Defoe and Costil Pantilimon, but the thing is though, we're not really looking to sell these two because they're both first team players, and I was shocked at that. Forest pulled out 6 million, even though they're in a transfer embargo, God knows how. But Defoe, he might be 33, but he's still good. He's still got good pace in him in the game. So I rejected the offer. And Pantilimon has had endless offers been put into him, but I just don't want to sell him until I've got the money to buy another goalkeeper. I know it sounds like normal, but I want to buy Jack Butland, but I know everybody buys him, which is unfortunate. Well, he's not unfortunate, obviously, because he's a good goalkeeper, but like people get really tired of it being like the same players being signed all over again. But he is a really good goalkeeper, and I really would like him on the books at Sunderland. So into the FA Cup game against Sheffield Wednesday, away at Hillsborough. The lineup for this one was Pantilimon. I bought DeAndre Yedlin in at right back. Kabul and Koulibaly played together at centre back. Koulibaly hasn't been on a good form recently. He's not been doing well. And one more yellow card and he'd be suspended as well. Van Aanholt's at left back, and what else? Lopez and Villa together again. They're just amazing, like the backbone of our team. Watmore came in on the right with Kostic on left, and you know who was up front, Defoe and Barini. I feel sorry for Afobe, like he will get his chance. So after a fairly dour, God knows how long into the game, David Lopez nicks the ball, plays it to I believe it was Jermaine Defoe, but he's brought down by Darryl Lackman, and it is a penalty to us. I'm not like having a go at Sheffield Wednesday. They are a very good side. Like, they were not to be underestimated. They're 7th in the Championship at the minute in real life for a reason. But it's silly to give away tackles like that, and Jermaine Defoe would step up and do what he does best and score 1-0. So into the second half now, and as you can see, my DualShock 4 is running out of battery. Lopez plays it to Watmore inside, and it's a good shot. I think it was either Barini or Defoe. I wasn't sure who it was. Might have been Barini, but it's a good save, and in that moment I have to flip and plug my control in. But it was a good chance. We could have made it 2-0. So Sheffield Wednesday get a chance here. Royce Wiggins plays it to Barry Bannon, the ex-Aston Villa Crystal Palace man. He plays it to Lucas João, but it's a good save by Costil Pantilimon, who keeps the score at 1-0. And here we launch an amazing counter-attack. It starts with Khalidou Koulibaly playing the ball to Jan Veer. Quick football here to Jermaine Defoe and Philippe Kostic. And Kostic with a fantastic pass over the top to Defoe, takes it down. Boosh, 2-0. What boomage it is. It's 2-0 to Sunderland, and at the minute we are in the hot seat to go through to the 4th round of the FA Cup. A fantastic counter attack, and that's just what we're all about. So we get a corner here. Jan Veer crosses it in. Duncan Watmore's in there. David Lopez heads it, and it's a good save by Kieran Westwood. I still don't understand why Duncan Watmore's in the box when he's one of the smallest players on the pitch. But then in the end he did score that goal against Liverpool. But that was a good chance to make it 3-0, but it was bundled around in the area. Yedlin here goes on the run, has a good shot, but it's saved again. So another corner comes here. Jan Veer whips in. Afobe this time gets on the end of it, but it comes to nothing and it goes wide. And as you see, the subs are now appearing on the top of the screen. So we have another chance to wrap it up here. Philippe Kostic with a fantastic ball again, this time to Afobe, and Jermaine Defoe first time shot just goes wide. I have no idea how it didn't hit the target, but it remains 2-0. So Sheffield Wednesday at last getting attack. Forestier, who plays it to Lee, who plays it to Marco Matias, to Darryl Lackman, and the on-running Jack Hunt. He comes and he scores. It's a good move in here. Sheffield Wednesday did play some good passing football. I don't know if Jack Hunt is there permanently or is he on loan from Crystal Palace, I don't know. But it was a good passing move. They've got a lot of good players. I mean, Forestier is really pacey up front. Him and Matias are really quick. Kieran Lee, who was also involved in that attack, is a really good midfielder. Lucas João, Barry Bannon, they've got a really good, strong core of players, and I think they'll be up top in the Championship. But it was full time, and that was literally the last kick of the game, that goal. We win 2-1 and we go on to the next round where we will play Queen's Park Rangers. So back into the menu now, and last episode we put a transfer bid in for Mark Muniesa from Stoke, but sadly, as what happens in this game, he's in absolutely talks with absolutely everyone, Martin Smith goes on loan to Sheffield United. We get a transfer offer for Ito Manoni, but we reject it, even though the board considers selling him because he isn't getting much first team action. But Pantilemon's been in such good form, and I think he's a better keeper anyway. Yeah, that's it. But that's one thing that annoys me about career mode. Like, everybody is just in talks with everybody else. Like, you want one player, but they're in talks with like 7 other clubs, and I think you eventually see he does go to Spurs. I mean, and that's a first full offer for Danny Ings, which we make. So here it is, the shortlist, the wonderful shortlist. It's quite a long list, as you'll see. Oh, I really want Antonio Rudiger, but sadly he's on loan at Roma. And Fabian Shaw, who is really good defender. I don't think he should have ever gone to Hoffenheim. I think he should have stayed at Basel or gone to the Premier League or somewhere else. But the Bundesliga was a good league. We make a £6.3 million offer. He's worth £7.5 million. And you'll see what they come back with. It's not very pretty. And I was going to buy Alejandro Gamallo in August, but then I've now seen that he's on 20 grand a week. I just gave up immediately because I don't understand how would we get ahead with Jordi Alba. I don't know. Morgan Sanson there, he's a really promising good player, but there's a lot of players I want. I'd already made an offer for Danny Ings. Luka Zahovic was a guy who really impressed me. Bamford I want to sign next season, and Milik's really been banging the goals in for Ajax in the Netherlands, so I really want him as well. So here we are in the Premier League game against Aston Villa. I think this is the only Premier League game this episode. For this game, Koulibaly and Kabul again start together at centre back, but the interesting inclusion was Lee Catamol. I just decided to start him for the banter because he's so funny. It's not true. Like, he's such a bad player, but he just wants to injure people. His tackles are just mental. There he is, Lee Catamol. Villa's away kit's quite nice, but then again, it's Aston Villa, and I'm a Birmingham fan, so why would I like it? But it's yellow, it's nice. Christensen came in on the bench, Barini and Defoe started. There is Lee Catamol. Oh, just what a funny bloke. And let's get into it. So in only the 5th minute, Aston Villa get a chance here. Leandro Bacuna and Carlos Hill is a really good player. Play around in the corner to Sanchez, and good strike by Jordan Ayew, but well saved by Pantilimon, and that's why he's first choice keeper. So we get our first attack here with Adam Matthews striding forward. He plays it to Philippe Kostic, who's been an outstanding player this season, I've already said a couple of times. Plays it to Lee Catamol, and a fierce strike is well saved by Brad Guzan, and it was our first attack of the game. But from the resulting corner, we do get a chance. I think it's a handball or a push in the area, and the referee gives a penalty. Now Defoe was there to take it, but Lee Catamol, he's just so funny. He's such a funny guy. He takes the penalty and scores, and it was a funny moment. It really was, because he's just useless. He's so useless, but it's so funny at the same time because he's so crap and he's so not Premier League standard. But he's just there for a bit of physicality in the midfield. He scores the penalty, and we lead 1-0. Another chance for Aston Villa here. Charles Nzogby plays it to Idrissa Gueye. He plays it through to Jordan Ayew, and it's saved by Pantilimon. But it's a good chance for Aston Villa, and they really should have equalised, because Koulibaly really wasn't defending well, and I should expect much better from him. So Pantilimon catches the ball there in the 37th minute, and it starts us off on a good counter attack again. Lens to Defoe. We've got some really good players in the side, some really quick players, and it helps us. To Fabio Barini, he slots in, and it's like taking candy from a baby. It really is. It's slicing through the Newcastle defence, the Aston Villa defence, and it just shows the vulnerability of Villa at the back again. Look, a massive gap there. Just play through Barini through the middle, nobody marking him, and it's 2-0. But that's what we have. We have really quick players for a reason, so we can play quickly like that on the counter attack with quick passing and pace. So another attack for Aston Villa here. I mean, Koulibaly's first touch and he's passed there. What is he doing? What a horse he's being. Nzogby to Ayew, he hits the post, and it's another chance gone banging for Villa, and they're really unlucky not to get back into the game there. Koulibaly defending like a total donkey. I mean, what is he doing? I mean, he's just gifting them chance after chance. But I expect to see a much better showing from him though. Like, we bought him for £8 million, and he was meant to sort this defence out. I think I need to have a chat with him to just like get his form back together. Like, he was doing really well first couple of games, and now he's just absolutely gone bonkers. So Aston Villa get another attack here. Charles Nzogby evades tackles, plays it to Carlos Sanchez, and how Jordan Ayew misses that, I will still not know. because it's an attempt at a sweaty. Like, I tend not to call him that anymore because it's just a normal chance. And yeah, and Jermaine Lansdale comes downfield but loses the ball. But yeah, I still don't know how he missed that. Like, it's an easy chance and he's hit the woodwork already in this game. But that moment he really should have scored. He should have scored twice in this game actually, and Aston Villa really need to take their chances better. This moment in time the subs do come on. Lopez plays it to Defoe, and Defoe, Lawson, there's another substitute. Jermaine Lens gets on to the wing, and it's a fantastic cross, and a Phobie there, another substitute with a glancing header, and it's in. And yeah, I feel like giving Phobie more game time now because he really has impressed me, and Barini and Defoe are a bit tired at the minute. And I've heard from you lot in the comment section that play someone else up front, like you need better strikers. Yeah, fair enough, you do agree, because Defoe and Barini are a bit dodgy, especially in real life. Like, they're not that type of player, like top 10 standard. Defoe's a good player, don't get me wrong, Barini's alright as well, but it's just because they're at Sunderland now and how they're performing, it just doesn't feel right to have them up front and playing this well. I can see what you're getting at. But that was the goal. Fantastic cross by Lenz, great header by Phobie, and there is signings coming. There are signings, and 2 strikers will be coming in. So there it is, full time. A commanding 3-0 win, we'll say. But we played a lot better in the second half than we did in the first half. I thought Villa had a couple of good chances to score. I thought they did well for the first part of the first half. But we came more into the game as the game went on, I thought, and I think that second goal just had made Villa work that little bit extra, and the legs started to tire, and we started playing a lot better, a lot more fluently, and it allowed us to win the game. So here we are back at the main menu now, and Jack Rodwell, would you believe, we actually got a transfer offer for him from Aston Villa, the team we've just played, and 4 million, but his value is 5 million, and I really wanted to get as much out of Leo as possible, and his wages are quite a lot actually, so it would take us actually pay for a bit more actually, which would help. Sadly we do get a bid rejected by Liverpool for Danny Ings. It was a really bad offer. I put in 5 million, but as you'll see, that doesn't help either. So our bid was received by Hoffenheim, and they want 14 million. Yeah, 14 bloody million, and his value is half that. He's only worth 7.5 million. I'd pay, in real life, I'll pay about 8 million for him, 7 to 8 million. But 14 million, that's going a bit over the top. So we get some emails back. Danny Ings, the second offer of 5 million was not accepted either. I think they wanted about 10 million for him. I'm not sure. I can't remember now. I remember we put in an £8 million bid for him, and yeah, we'll just see how it went. Jack Rodwell does go to Villa. He does. We made a £3 million bid for Nikola Maximovic from Torino. They rejected that, and I thought, fuck it, no, we're not getting him. We also put in a £2 million bid for Julian Weigl from Borussia Dortmund. So we put in a bid for Robin Knocker from Wolfsburg, the German centre-back. He's only 23 years old, so he's got a good future ahead of him. And the offer we make is 5.2 million. So another player we put in a bid for is Luka Zahovic, a 1.1 million bid for the guy for the man from Heerenveen. He's only on 6k wages, so I thought it would be quite easy to get him with the amount of money we had, and he's a promising young striker for the future. So as you can see here, our 2 million offer for Julian Weigl was accepted, so we just sort his wages out, put his contract in, and we send the offer. So as you can see here, some serious stuff goes down. The Robin Knocker offer from Wolfsburg was accepted at 5.2 million, but God's truth, his wages were a lot. He wanted 50 grand a week. Jack Rodwell was sold to Aston Villa. Heerenveen weren't happy. They wanted 2 million for Luka Zahovic, and fair dues because he's a promising player. So we sent that offer off too. And yeah, good news is with Rodwell leaving is it frees up a lot more wages for us, and it frees up 5 more million in the bank as well, which is very good. So then here we are, the first signing of the January transfer window, Julian Weigl from Dortmund, a fantastic young player, great promise for the future, and he will be there backing up centre mid, or even playing, because he is worthy of a starting lineup place. because he's a fantastic prospect. Apparently in real life, Dortmund want 25 million from him, and there you go. Robin Knocker's first contract offer was declined. He wanted a bigger role in the squad, and he's a good defender. I don't blame him. I think if he joins, he'll probably be the best centre back in the squad, because he does play a few times for Wolfsburg. He's in there now, and there, finally, celebrations, absolute celebrations. At this point, buzzing. Lee Cattermole, we finally get an offer for him. And Spurs, why would you be so stupid and pay 3.5 million for him? I God knows don't know how. But there we go, woohoo. So here have come out with an offer, and they accepted our £2 million offer for Luka Zahovic. And again, we just do stuff in the contracts and send it off. So for this game, I was going to sim the game, so I decided to make changes. There I brought Weigl to the bench, and Villa replaced Cattermole in midfield because he was going to go to Tottenham, and if he did, then cool. Christensen was brought onto the bench, and that's the changes we made, because I wanted to keep the squad fresh, because I wanted to still have a good finishing position in the Premier League, but still try and get to a cup final. They had won their last 3 games. I think that they're all in cup competitions. I don't know if it shows like the league on there or what, but it's a disappointing game in the Capital One Cup semi-final. It really was a disappointing game. There, Berahino puts West Brom ahead, and this is the thing, you see. I simulate games and sometimes win. I simulate games and sometimes lose. Like Palace are better than West Brom. We beat them on sim in the Capital One Cup, and we lose this game to West Brom 1-0, and we're going to have to make up in the second leg, and Barini is injured. So there is good news, there's bad news, and then there's really good news. Good news, Luka Zahovic signs. Fantastic. Thank God we've got him. But Robin Knocker, he's a greedy flipping git, I can't help it. He wants 50 grand a week, and we give it him. But the really good news, the extremely good news is Lee Cattermole has been sold. Take it, save you in a moment, breathe it like it's your last ever breath. Lee Cattermole has gone. So look at this in a minute. Look, 2 games in 3 days. Ridiculous. We have an FA Cup match against QPR and then the second leg against West Brom. But there we go. Yes. Start getting the Daniel Bryan going. Yes. Robin Knocker at last. At long last. After the 3rd attempt of trying to get him to sign a contract, he gets there. 5.2 million, 50 grand a week. You can't ask for much more. Woo flipping who. So with the newfound money from transfers and the wages from selling Robin and Cattermole, we go ahead for a 3rd time, and hopefully it's 3rd time lucky. We make a bid for Danny Ings of 8 million. Yes, he's on 60 grand a week, but why would he play not just second fiddle but 3rd fiddle to Benteke and Sturridge? So he might as well come to a team where he's going to get first team football. So here it is, round 4 of the FA Cup at home to Queen's Park Rangers, and I bring in Julian Weigl for this game for his first start. On his debut in defensive mid, Pantilimon was in net, Matthews, Koulibaly, Kabul, Van Aanholt, and then Lopez and Weigl, and Watmore was right wing for this one. I gave him all that. Kostic on the left, Defoe and Afobe up front. I was going to play Afobe for this match regardless of whether Barini was fit or not. On the bench was, I don't know where Vito Manoni's gone. I don't know if the board have sold him or something, or if he's just disappeared into a bush or something. Adam Johnson was there for some reason, God knows why. I only noticed it until I went on to make my first sub that he was there. With Robin Knocker, new signing, DeAndre Yedlin, Sebastian Larsson, Jermaine Lenz, Jan Villa, and new signing Luka Zahovic. So we start an attack here, the first one of the game. Adam Matthews, who's been really impressing me in recent games, plays it to Julian Weigl, new signing, comes to Kostic, he plays it through to Defoe, and the QPR defence is more open than Katy Perry, and it's 1-0 already, and it's only like the 2nd or 3rd or 4th minute. So in the 40th minute we start on a second try attack. Adam Matthews gets the ball, plays it out to Watmore, he switches inside, and Matthews continues his run through the middle. Fantastic play, he makes it 2-0, and it was a great play. Duncan Watmore is fantastic agility and dribbling, skips between the QPR defenders, and it's poor defending, it really is, but look, that's what QPR did last season, look where it took them, relegation, and it's great play, and it's 2-0. So early in the second half, we start off an attack from a goal kick, would you believe? Pantelimon plays it out to Van Aanholt, who has actually surprised me this season. He's done really well at left back and nobody's took it off him. He played it to Lopez, and Kostic made the run down the left wing. It's a great cross, a phobia with the header, but sadly it hits the bar and Defoe tries to follow up, but it was just into a mental mess. The cross came in from Kostic, it's headed away sadly, and the score remains 2-0. So then we get this chance through Benikafobi. It's a good save in the end, but it was disappointing because we couldn't have made it 3-0 and wrap the game up. But then again, we just hope we can get that third goal and push on to the next round. So around the 80th minute now, and our next attack comes. The substitutes have come on, by the way, and here is Afobe playing it to Watmore, who plays it through to Weigl, and he sets up Dusan Lukas Zahovic, who scores with his first ever touch as a Sunderland player, and his first touch since he came on. All he had to do was tap it into the back of the net. There he is. What a great start for him. So there it is, the end of the game. We are progressing to the 5th round of the FA Cup. We have a 3-0 win over QPR. Great victory, really. It was a commanding victory. QPR were limited to rare chances, and when they did break through, we sorted it out. Defoe, Matthews and Zahovic with the goals. We are through. So we might have progressed into the 5th round of the FA Cup, that's good, but this is even better. Danny Ings has got an offer accepted from Liverpool for 8 million. Hallelujah, yes, thank goodness. I've been wanting to try and sign him for ages. I signed him for Notts County in my FIFA 15 career mode for him for 6 million, and that's when he was at Burnley. And 8 million, yeah, obviously he's proved when he was at Liverpool, and there it is. Danny Ings, £8 million signing, and the relief was fantastic, because I've been trying to get him for a long time, and boom, accept. If you want to have a reject there, just see how much wages it took off. Accept there, yes, in the club, get in there. So I decided to bring Jordan Pickford back from his loan at Preston, just because I don't know where Vitaminoni went. But here's the transfer activity this episode. Catamol gone, Rodwell gone, Ings, Knocker, Zahovic, and Weigl coming into the club, which is fantastic. Offers us a lot better team now. We've got a lot stronger squad, and we can press on with the season. So as usual guys, I'll leave you with the league table. I know I've only played one game in this episode, but we are sitting 7th in the league. Swansea, Leicester, Palace are in the relegation zone, and it's a good episode actually. We've done really well with the signings and with the games we've had, apart from the West Brom game obviously, which is disappointing. We'll have to come back in the second leg for that one. But anyway, it's still half of the January transfer window to go. If you want to recommend any more signings in the comments section, but like, comment, subscribe, be safe, be champions, and Toulouse.